What's up, everybody? It's your boy Aero Axel back in the building, bringing you another video for Team Next Phase. If you have not already, follow me on Instagram at aero.axel to see daily content for Pokemon cards, games, merchandise, clay figures, you name it, it's there. So make sure you check it out if you have not already. So today, I'm going to talk about the top 5 most requested Pokemon for the brand new Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games coming out later this year. Now, obviously, we don't know much about these games yet, but speculation has it that Mega Evolutions may be making a return, and if they do, there's a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon out there that could very well be getting a Mega Evolution or something of a new form. So I'm going to go down my list of the top 5 Pokemon that I think deserve a Mega Evolution or some kind of new form, the reasons why, and I'd love to hear some of your opinions and thoughts of Pokemon that you want to see in these brand new games if there is Mega Evolutions, and which ones that you want to see receive these new forms. Without further ado, let's get this video on the way. Alright, so coming in at number 5, we have Carnivine. Now, I guarantee a lot of you just saw this Pokemon and literally just remember this Pokemon exists, because I'll tell you right now, doing the research just to remind myself of the Sinnoh Dex, Carnivine completely forgot it was even a thing, because this Pokemon is so underused that it deserves some love or some kind of attention. And that's why I started the list with Carnivine, because I feel to bring it back into the limelight, Carnivine deserves a Mega Evolution. Now, as you can see, base 454 stats. It does have a pretty decent attack stat and special attack stat, but that speed, absolutely abysmal. Not really much you could do with this Pokemon unless you're using it on a Trick Room team, but at the end of the day, Carnivine, I feel, deserves a little bit of love, deserves a little bit of attention. So giving this Pokemon a Mega Evolution could change its typing, and possibly, if you take a look at Carnivine, it does look like it has the potential to be a Fire Grass type Pokemon. So giving this Pokemon a Mega could make it the first Grass Fire type Pokemon, which would give it crazy viability, the first of its kind, and make it very, very relevant in the competitive scene to make it a lot more interesting and a lot more cool to use. So Carnivine, you are number 5. Coming in number 4, we have Toxicroak. Now, Toxicroak is easily one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and one of my favorite Pokemon from Sinnoh, of course. Super amazing design, amazing typing, base 490 stats with an attack of 106. But as you can see, everything else for its stats are pretty mediocre, and it does deserve some kind of attention, I feel, because now we have Pokemon like Greninja that exist that completely put Toxicroak into the back of the frogs. You know, Politoed, obviously nostalgia kind of takes that over. Seismitoad, unfortunately, is one of the most disgusting Pokemon ever, but Greninja kind of took that spotlight as being the cool frog Pokemon. So I think Toxicroak for 100% would deserve a Mega Evolution if it were to get one in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now, coming in at number 3, we have Garchomp. Now, before everyone gets crazy, yes, I already know, obviously, that Garchomp already has a Mega Evolution, which is absolutely super powerful. Does not need a Mega Evolution. What I think would be super cool is if they also introduce alternate forms, right? We have regional variants from Alola, we have regional variants from the Galar games. It would be cool to also introduce regional variants of existing Pokemon that we didn't get a chance to see before. So possibly introducing somewhat close to the beta design of what the Garchomp family actually look like. So as you can see, the beta design does resemble Garchomp, but clearly is completely different in terms of its proportions and possibly its typing, right? Because we know Garchomp is a ground dragon type Pokemon, so its alternative form or its regional variant could be maybe a water dragon or could be a fire dragon. You know, we don't really know where they were going with the design itself, but I think it would be really cool to see the original beta versions of the Garchomp family actually get some love in these new games, or potentially maybe for Legends Arceus if they are introducing Pokemon of the Sinnoh region, but slightly different and obviously evolved over time. Maybe this could be what the original Garchomp might have looked like, and possibly the form that we see in Legends Arceus. So I just want to see this form come to life and see Garchomp how it used to be. Coming in at number 2, we have Gliscor. Now, Gliscor is my favorite out of the evolution Pokemon. So Sinnoh introduced a ton of evolutions to existing Pokemon, whether it's from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, so on and so forth, and gave it a very much needed boost in stats and boost obviously in design. So Gliscor easily up there as one of my favorite Pokemon. Base 430 stats with a crazy good defense and a pretty decent attack stat, right? So Gliscor competitive was one of the best Pokemon that I've ever used. It was amazing with the typing, and using a Toxic Orb on Gliscor for those competitive players, you all know how amazing that was to be able to use. And I think giving Gliscor a Mega Evolution will make this Pokemon even better. So kind of elaborating on that Dracula kind of vampire type design and making the wings a little bit longer, the fangs a little bit longer, maybe turning the eyes red, whatever the case is. Gliscor is just already a beautifully designed Pokemon, and I think adding a little bit more to it as a Mega Evolution would make this Pokemon stand out even more, because I feel over the time and as the years went on, and obviously the competitive scene has changed a lot, we don't really see Gliscor as much as we used to, because it was kind of like a one-trick pony, and most people really knew already what type of moveset Gliscor was going to run. So it'd be really cool to not only just give it a Mega Evolution, but possibly change its typing as well, and maybe add a Dragon typing, a Dark typing to Gliscor to kind of change up what the meta looks like and give Gliscor a little bit more viability going into some of the newer generation games. Last but not least, we have number 1, LUXBAY. Now, the funny story is, when I originally played Diamond and Pearl back in the day, I don't know what it was that I liked LUXBAY, but it just wasn't up there as one of my favorite Pokemon. Over the years, I've realized how amazing of a design LUXBAY is. It is a gorgeous looking Pokemon, beautifully designed, and honestly, I just feel like it doesn't get the attention that it deserves. So LUXBAY is number 1 on my list to receive a Mega Evolution with a base 523 total stats, a phenomenal attack stat at a base 120. I think LUXBAY could also get a boost in its speed to give it a little bit more viability in its gameplay. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions with LUXBAY is that it is an electric dark type Pokemon, but in reality it's actually just pure electric type. So giving it a Mega Evolution and adding the dark type to LUXBAY, making it a dark electric Pokemon, I think will be absolutely incredible, and I can only imagine some of the designs that they could do to make this Pokemon really stand out. So making LUXBAY dark electric, you know, giving it maybe a base 90 speed, base 100 speed, keeping the attack stack where it's at, and maybe a slight boost in special attack to really utilize some of those electric type moves, I think will give LUXBAY some viability that it could be used in competitive and brought back into the spotlight, and pretty much a mainstay on almost everyone's team for the playthrough of Diamond and Pearl. So that is my list of the top 5 Pokemon that I'm interested to see either get a new form or a new Mega Evolution in the new games, hopefully if they do implement them in there. So be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what Pokemon you're interested to see receive new Megas or new forms, and we'll talk to you again soon.